Yo. No. That's how Broden started last week, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. What was wrong with that?
Yeah. Welcome back, everyone, to nothing. I really enjoyed it. Welcome back, everyone, to the Three Dudes podcast. Over far to my left on the other end of the room, Broden Wunderlich, host number 1. Liam Owens in the middle, host number 2. Easton Bennett talking, host 3. Nathan behind the sticks.
Ooh.
Good to have you guys for another episode. I believe this is episode 71, which we're getting up there. Every time I type in the number of the episode, I'm like, man, it's a lot of episodes right there.
We're doing it.
71 episodes. How are you guys? How have things been since the last time we've chatted?
You know, pretty good.
So this week we're going to...
Anyway, no, pretty good. You know, just been working mostly. Went to a wedding Friday night. Love weddings.
Yep.
Absolute favorite time I could have.
It's because you love.
I do. You know, the whole room is filled with love and joy and people that know each other, and it's just always a good time.
You think that you'd ever be the guy to propose at someone else's wedding?
That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
That sounds like a horrible thing. Yeah.
Just steal the spotlight, man.
Exactly. Yeah. You've taken now these people's day and
made it about you.
Yeah.
Don't forget about me today. That's kind of the vibes I get, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, they're getting married, but don't forget about me.
Yeah. Super weird.
Yeah. Look over here. Broden, you're at the wedding?
Yeah.
You're looking all dapper.
I actually received the coolest chirp ever from somebody.
Yeah.
So I was dressed in slacks and like a button-up shirt and a tie. And some dude came up to me and he goes, you know, you look exactly like a Jehovah's Witness.
Now that actually I look at, because I saw a picture of you, you could pass as one. If you showed up in my door in that get up.
Yeah, dude.
Handing out books.
I was laughing so hard. I didn't have anything to say to that. It was...
Yeah. It would have been awesome if you were holding a mini Bible in your back pocket. Well, As a matter of fact.
Do you have time?
Do you have a moment to speak about our Lord and Savior?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jehovah's Witness, yeah.
It was a fun wedding, though. Yeah. Congrats, Carly and Spencer.
Yep.
Shouts out. Shouts out.
We did a little golfing today. Went to the simulator.
Indoors?
Yeah.
Good to hear.
It's December.
Yeah. But there's no snow.
Yeah. It actually.
You could golf 100%. You could go golfing right now.
You could. It wouldn't be very enjoyable.
Did I tell you the story about how I went golfing during COVID in Velva?
Mm-mm.
So me and my dad had COVID and we had like 2 days left of our quarantine. We were fine. So we're like, let's just drive out to Velva. We'll go golfing there. And we went out there. It was like 34, 35 degrees. So we're in like a jacket and long pants. And I think we 4 holes in our hands every time you hit the ball. Just hurt so bad. We're like, okay, we're leave. Good. So we got a rain check. They gave us a free round for future. We still have it. We haven't used it, but yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very fun.
Yeah, it was miserable. So even though there's no snow, would not be a good time.
It might be like 50-some degrees sometime this week. So
yeah,
that'd be awesome.
We could get out.
Good. Really good.
Wait.
What'd you do this weekend?
What did I do this weekend? Put up the Christmas stuff. It's always a good time. Putting up the Christmas decor. Other than that, I went to the Charles Dickens Christmas Festival.
In Garrison?
In Garrison.
Was it sweet? Did you get a turkey leg?
No, I just filmed the play, Mr. Scrooge. You guys a fan of plays?
No. Mm-mm. No, my mom loves plays. And
you ever been, though?
Yeah, a couple times.
Okay.
I do it. I go because I love her.
Yeah.
And I sit there the entire time and I go, I'm not enjoying myself.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a big in-person kind of guy.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's the same thing with like going to like the comedy show. It's like I'm there and I'm like, I feel like I'm supposed to laugh now. Like
being forced to. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't really just go full in, like get yourself involved in the story.
Not really. No, I'm usually just like watching these people. Like I'm not enjoying the story. I'm watching.
You're
these
not
people
sure what they're talking about, but it's like
every time they come out, I go, wow, that's a goofy outfit. Every single time.
Yep. And generally is.
I think last time I was at a play was like my own school play in elementary school. Probably.
You were probably in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Was it the Scrooge play?
It was a Christmas type of thing. 4th grade, maybe.
Yeah. I remember doing I asked my mom this actually a couple days ago if I ever was in a play. Actually, it was yesterday when I got back from the actual Scrooge play. And I said, did I do it in elementary school? And she couldn't remember. But my first experience going to a play was I was playing hockey up in Canada and it was around the Christmas time. And one of my good buddies, Declan, there was this play going on at the Steinbach Bible College. And it was called It's a Wonderful Life. Kind of like the movie. Have you
Yep.
guys seen the movie? Okay, great movie. Well, actually, I've never seen the movie, but if it's anything like the play I went to, and we went there, and it was me and 3 other guys, and we did not want to go. We're like, we don't want to go to this goddamn play. Like,
Then
I
why'd
was
you
thinking
go?
what you were thinking, like, because I like him. I'm like, he's my buddy. He wants us to go
he
to this
was
play.
saying that, not
Yeah,
you.
he's like, guys, I really want to go see this play. Let's go see this play.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this guy's crazy, right? Which I've learned that's kind of right up his alley, plays. So we went. Definitely the whole time I was thinking, this is going to suck.
Yeah.
15 minutes in, man, I'm in it like it's a movie.
Yeah.
Edge of my seat. I'm like, this is awesome. George Bailey, the character, awesome character. At the end, the what would you call them? Are they actors and actresses on stage or no? Or is that for just movies?
I don't know what else you'd call them.
The
I'd
talent.
say.
Yeah. So they if you've never been to that area of Manitoba, it's called the Bible Belt. So very modest. They long jean skirts and everything, very covered up. And we all DM'd one of the cast members,
Nice.
telling them how good they did. Not one of them responded to us.
Ooh.
But I suppose they're getting DMs from
I'm
the
sure they're
hockey
getting them
players
from-
that are just coming into the town, and they're
Yeah.
like, these goddamn Pistons. But yeah, we
We
all
know what's
DM'd
going
them.
on.
I think the person I DM'd was Josephine. Never answered me.
Hmm.
It's depressing.
You never know what could
Great job at the play tonight, Josephine. No answer.
I got choked by a girl named Josephine.
Yeah, you did.
Like last weekend or what?
Yeah.
No,
two
this is
years
years
ago.
ago.
2 years ago. I just
Yeah.
got the memory like a month ago, I think,
yeah,
Where was this?
I almost passed out.
at Beaver Sweets.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah. He said
Were you?
he said
I
a
said
word.
the word retard,
Yeah.
Oh, I think
And
you did tell me
yeah.
this story.
and she wasn't too pleased about it.
Yeah,
and I
she
said,
freaked
so she choked you.
yeah, she tried choking me out. She almost did.
Not like with the hands, like was behind him in
Rear naked.
Yeah.
rear naked choke. And I'm laughing my ass off because I'm like, Broden will die before he taps out.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I didn't
His-
tap, and
His face is getting red. He's just like,
I looked at him and I went,
yeah, he did. He gave me a thumbs up. That was so funny.
and then I almost passed out. I know I did because after I did the little convulsion thing,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, that could have
Yeah.
been bad.
She stopped, yeah, which is good. But she
Jeez.
was in it to kill, I think, getting there.
She was ready to.
Yeah, respect that. You believe
Yeah.
in something, kill for it.
Yeah. You stand on your own ground.
Just
Yeah.
like
You
Ted
believe in
Kaczynski.
something, kill for it.
Kill for it, dude.
Yeah. I'll kill them. And you, Judge. All right. We had some comments, I think, but I didn't put them in there because I forgot. But we'll read them next week. Alex Sukach, which one? Or
He works
Sukach?
with me.
Yes. He has been commenting the fire emojis on all our Instagram posts. So shouts
Thanks,
out Alex.
Thanks, man.
It's almost starting to feel like it's a bot. And then I click it every time and I look and it's him. So I'm
Yeah.
like, not a bot, can't be. Because his username is like AVSKMS. And I'm like, this has to be a bot username, right? And then I look every time, real guy.
Are those all of his initials or what? You know?
AVS is his initials. I don't know what he's
What's his middle name? Vern?
Vladimirovich. He's from Russia. It's that guy.
Vladimirovich?
Yeah, he's from Russia.
The fact that you remember that it's Vladimirovich.
Yeah,
That's
something
pretty
like
good.
that.
Not close enough.
Wow.
But yeah, shout out Alex. But yeah, this week we're going to be talking about the Roaring 20s.
I love this.
You're a fan of the Roaring 20s, huh?
Yeah, anything from like from 1920 to like 1960. I think that was
Big
like the
fan.
golden age, man.
Would you say that's your favorite decade of the 1900s?
It's between 1920 and 1950, probably.
Man, oh my gosh, actually, I got a comment. I remember it. I don't know the guy's name, so I can't give props, but it's on YouTube. This goes back to the 1920s where we were talking about Einstein being so close to us, right? Like 100 years ago. His comment is just wait till they find out about Picasso. When do you think Picasso died?
Probably
1987.
Like 1990.
1973. So you're both over it, but isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Picasso?
Yeah.
I thought he was like,
A distant memory.
yeah, I thought he was the one doing the sculptures, making the small dicks out of wood or stone.
Michelangelo.
I thought he was way more recent.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't think he was like super old or nothing.
That was on par.
I thought he was huge in like the
2008?
like the late 1900s.
Really?
Nah, I wasn't
Yeah.
buying that.
No, I would have said 1800s for sure.
Wait till
Yeah.
they find out about Picasso.
Hmm.
Thanks, guy.
So you're telling me what did Picasso do again?
Abstract art.
Yeah. His art became more and more abstract as he got older because he was,
Parkinson's.
No,
Just losing it.
Not Parkinson's. Just shaking. That could make sense.
Dementia.
I think it was dementia.
Yeah. Dementia's just like you forget things, though, right? Or you're crazy.
You basically go kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Because you get old and you lose your mind and you don't remember anything. And
That's fair.
And then so it was Picasso was abstract, and then Van Gogh was more abstract too. I think we could be done with that bottle.
With the B, yeah.
Yeah, we could probably.
Van Gogh, yeah, he was the one doing the Starry Night.
So how old was he?
He was like 1700s.
Okay, so see, I feel like Van Gogh and Picasso like hung out. Should have.
They probably do now. Maybe.
Get together, talk about the good old days.
Yeah, in one ear.
What did you do? I was,
I was
hands started
crazy.
getting shaky towards the end.
Yeah.
You were crazy too? Yeah, I had dementia. Yeah, and I cut off my ear because there's voices in my head.
Yeah. There's people
they're
talking to me. Other people couldn't hear him. All right, the Roaring 20s.
Oh, I was gonna say you just asked Broden what his favorite era was. Around there.
Sorry. What was yours?
Probably whenever the Fallout 4 soundtrack. Whenever that time period was.
That was like probably the 50s, like that kind of music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably around the 50s.
I want to be locked in for
40s,
that.
50s.
Were you guys fans of like the Flappers? Is that what you liked about the 20s, bro?
I just like the lifestyle, man.
Yeah.
Like prohibition.
Just better, just simple.
Organized crime,
Yeah.
gangs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big Italian guy sitting in the corner of a restaurant, back to the wall.
When you think 1920s, man, you think big Italian
Bootlegging.
guy sitting with his back against the wall. in a
I think a
restaurant.
pocket watch.
I think of like Al Capone.
I think of checking it real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think far too many pinstripes is what I think.
Dude,
And those hats,
pinstripes go hard.
the Peaky Blinders hats, whatever
Yeah.
you call those.
Was that the 20s?
Maybe. It was right after World War I.
Yeah. I wonder if that started with paper delivery boys.
What?
Those hats where you pin
I thought
the
it was
top to the
golfers.
front. Oh yeah, I suppose in Ireland they probably did that in 1700s.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So post World War I, the emergence of the lost generation, disillusion, that's a hard word. Disillusioned by World War I's devastation, urbanization trends with more Americans living in cities than in rural areas. So I suppose everyone just started moving to the city, man. Let's get this going.
Yeah,
Things
they
were
were done
hopping.
being farmers.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I wonder how that worked. Why did they stop being farmers? I'm sure they didn't, but
You ever farmed?
no.
It's hard work.
I'd be itching to move to the cities. Be like, man,
I know quite a few farmers.
yeah, and they work hard.
Yeah, they do.
And it just doesn't seem like it's fun, you know? Maybe it's relaxing.
It has its silver linings, yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah. Most things do.
You're doing the Lord's work, man.
Giving food to the...
To everyone.
Yeah. Did you know Bismarck is trying to put in a CO2 pipeline?
Why?
So they... I don't... You shouldn't ask me that because I don't know. And I can't even give you a good answer. But basically, they're trying to put it right next to Bismarck about... I want to say it's 5 miles away. And it's a 24-inch pipe with 2,200 PSI, that is pressure.
Yeah.
And if it would explode, it would kill a lot of Bismarck, like any leak or anything.
well, it's fine. I'm willing to sacrifice Bismarck.
Well, there's a big movement right now that they're trying to. So that's called Move CO2, and they're moving it, and they want to move it to Minot. So yeah,
I'm not cool with that anymore.
yeah, this is getting less cool for us.
I think do it. Put it in the bad part of town.
Yeah, there we just snake it through all the bad neighborhoods.
From a company that's never built a pipeline.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
and they're
that-
going to these places in Bismarck, like the rural areas in northeast Bismarck, I want to say. Or maybe it's northwest. No, it's northeast. And they're going to these places in northeast Bismarck and pretty much telling them, oh, it's so safe. I'd put it in my front yard, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, no, if it has a leak or blows up.
Yeah, but like it probably is safe. And the chances of it going wrong are pretty slim.
Yeah. It's
But-
buried 4 feet under the ground is all.
That's it? 4 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, the big whole thing now is carbon capture. And like these places are storing and finding a way to get rid of all the CO2 emissions and move them
We
somewhere.
need CO2, man.
The plants do.
Yeah. Without the plants.
But these people are saying that we're pumping way too much into the atmosphere. And it's destroying the ozone layer.
I feel like Nathan was looking at me like he had something on CO2. Did you, Nathan?
Well, I mean, CO2 isn't ozone depleting.
Oh, God. I don't know what that means.
Means
It
depletes
doesn't
the
have a
ozone.
GDP.
Nice.
Thank you.
Good pull.
Thank you for rephrasing that because before then I was lost.
It's a little
Like,
shaky.
Target right now runs off of CO2.
Target?
All the refrigeration.
And that's
So do
good?
my airsoft guns.
Is that good?
My mom never let
I
me
mean,
get
it's
airsoft.
not good for like actually doing it. It's like uses way more energy than is needed, but it's people like it because it's safe. Because you can just dump it out in the air. And,
I just heard it could kill us if it blew up.
Yeah.
I mean, it can.
That doesn't sound
There was
safe.
one in Mississippi that was a 12-inch pipe at 1200 psi, and it I don't know if it's a leak or an explosion or something. And the plume, which is like the area it covers,
Yep.
was 26 miles in like 4 minutes.
That's
Yeah.
a lot.
And
In
it'll
4
stop
minutes?
all your cars from working, and you breathe in that too much CO2. It's not good for you, man.
They'll figure out a way to make it all right.
I think we need more nuclear power. That's just me.
Nuclear.
Nuclear.
But yeah, not a political podcast. We could get back into the 1920s, but yeah. Flappers. So young women challenging traditional norms with fashion choices and behavior. They wore the big, they're like the big tutus, right?
I'm picturing it.
I'm not.
No, not like the tutus, but they were like long dresses.
Like skirts.
I
like
thought they were pushing more skirts
Yeah.
because they were traditionally they were moving away from traditional clothing.
becoming a little bit less modest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what a tutu is, right?
Just a little thing.
Yeah. Skirt.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, but you said like long dress.
I think it was longer than a tutu is what I meant.
yeah.
That's
I hope.
yeah. I hope.
There's not a lot to tutus. but-
Tutu and nothing under it.
Yeah.
The nude two. Yeah, so flappers, that was a big thing. They would participate in jazz clubs and open courtship practices. Flappers spark a moral panic among traditionalists.
You say open courtship. Are these like swingers you're talking about?
When I was doing the notes before this, Shayna was like, were the flappers like strippers? And I'm like, I think they were just dancers. And she's like, pretty much the same thing. Okay. I'm like, yeah. If they're dancing on certain objects, then they're definitely become strippers.
Yeah.
But I'd imagine like if you had to pigeonhole one group of people in the 1920s to be the strippers, probably point at the flappers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you imagine like walking
Yeah, so
into
they're a little bit
Applebee's and there's
That-
just
Pretty.
It's pretty modest.
Yeah.
Compared to
that's
today's
not-
standards?
That's not bad.
well, yeah. I mean, you can't see any of their female parts. So
Yeah. What do you got, Nathan? Oh, you just had your finger on the mute button. So
I was just gonna say you guys were like flappers would be like the rebellious people, but like this is a fence right here.
A what?
It's a bunch of wood planks.
oh, I was like, come on, man.
Sure. That is.
Timestamp that. We'll throw it on the screen. But yeah, flappers, I assume they were getting a little down and dirty.
for then standards, oh, for sure. They were whores.
Should have been stoned.
yeah.
Well, after World War I, man, everyone was excited. Just get after it.
Of course.
Yeah. You just spent 4 years in a trench next to some dude. You get back and you see a chick and you about
Yeah.
lose it.
And then you
right
go let
there.
some
Start
dude
going
spend time in
feral.
your trench. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think the amount of kids produced in the 1930s was a lot?
Yes.
Well, that was like
Well,
the
not.
Great
I suppose it
Depression.
wouldn't be 10 years, but like after the 1920s, the people
I would
really
say-
ramped up.
You're saying that people got progressively horny
Yeah, in the 1920s,
for sure.
There's also we just got out of the war, so
they're celebrating the war.
yeah.
I can't imagine all those military people coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave it at that, Liam.
Yeah. Hey,
He needs,
yeah.
Entertainment and leisure. I'll move on from flappers. This was the rise of jazz music with icons like Louis Armstrong. Is it Louis or Louis?
Louis.
Yeah.
The trumpeter.
Is that what he was?
Yeah, that guy had it figured out.
Yeah.
He could
And he
hammer
could
that
sing.
trumpet, dude. Yeah.
He could hit the high C all night long.
He's saying It's a Wonderful World.
Yeah.
Yeah. That song,
Oh, yeah.
that'll make you feel good.
That's a great song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's-
He was friends with Tiny Boop Squig Shorterly.
Yeah. And Marcus the Worm Hicks.
Yeah.
I hate you guys.
Those are my favorite jazz
Mhm.
legends, you could say. This is the golden age of cinema and the transition from silent films to talkies. I should have researched talkies. Nathan, let's figure out what a talkie is. I assume that's just a movie where they talk in it.
Yeah. You can hear stuff.
They just call
Charlie
it.
Chaplin had his big fall off.
That's what they called it, huh? Talkies.
I guess when you're so used to silent films and there's just words on the screen.
Yeah.
Now
And
they're
then
trying
all
to
the-
figure out what to call them.
Yeah.
They're talking. What do we call them?
Talkies.
Talkies.
Yeah.
Go
That's
down.
where,
Go down to the talkies.
yeah. That's where those Chinese chips came from.
Those are Hispanic.
Are they?
Talkies.
They gotta be.
TAKI?
Yeah.
The spicy ass things?
Gotta
Those
be
have to
Hispanic.
Hispanic, you think?
Have to be Hispanic.
Definitely thought they were Japanese.
Look that up too.
So they're just films incorporating synchronized audible dialogue rather than readable text plates.
Okay, yeah. So it's literally just.
A movie
Is that what
as we
silent
know it.
films or Charlie Chaplin would just throw a bunch of end cards on screen? Now I'm going to go into the bookstore.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you. Yep.
He'd act it out, and then it was just text box.
And it would just tell you what's happening.
Yeah.
Or tell
It'd
you
have,
what they
like,
said.
quotes.
Charlie
and
was
those
running
words.
from Eric. Oh, it just had quotes?
Yeah,
Like,
like
it'd be like
like
them
what
talking. Yeah.
what they
Like,
were saying in the scene.
He'd mouth the words, and then the thing popped up, and it would say,
Oh, gosh.
"Darn."
Darn nabbit. That would suck. I don't think I would have been a movie guy back then.
You might have been if you'd never seen an actual movie and that was all you had.
Yeah. Talkies would have changed the game, man.
Yeah.
Can't believe those are Hispanic, though.
I always thought
Pull
they
that
were.
up. They have to be, dude.
Where did talkies originate?
Talkie, TAKI, I think is how it's spelled. I remember when I was in high school, one of, I can't remember who it was, but they brought in a bag of Talkies. And actually, I don't even know if it's high school. I want to say it was Jared Pfeiffer. Do you know Jared Pfeiffer?
I remember him.
And I think he had a bag of Talkies. He's like, you got to try these. And I had them. And young me, not liking spicy stuff, I was like, this is horrible. I think I need to
Sucks.
call my mother. Yeah. She's
Never
on
had
the
'em
way.
again?
This is good. Yeah, no, I've had them since then. My dad's a fan of them. But I want to say maybe they're Korean.
It's a Mexican brand invented
Mexican,
in 1999.
Yep. Chalk one up.
Wasn't
job,
too
buddy.
far off.
Say Korean.
Yeah.
Just one and the same, man. I mean,
Talkie's popularity of new dances such as the Charleston and the Lindy Hop. Remember the Charleston? I
Yeah.
think that's
Yeah.
swing the arms left and right. That's what I imagine flappers are doing. You know?
Maybe
And the
not the
music, I always think the music, and then it's like, hello, my lady.
That's
hello,
the
my
Carlton.
darling. Ba, 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 ba.
Yeah. That's
you're
the-
talking about the Carlton, from
yeah.
Fresh Prince.
Oh,
when he-
yeah.
Yeah.
The Charleston is like when you move
Close
with your
enough.
feet.
Yeah.
and
Charleston is like right like this.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I think it's heel out, heel in, knee up, down.
Yeah, I can't move my body in dance motions.
Dude, I actually got it. Ready? Watch this.
You sure that's it?
100%. Get up a video of the Charleston.
Liam can dance a little bit.
I wonder if that's what
He's
the
got a
shoes
little
came
bit
from.
of urban vibe to him.
No.
Urban vibe.
What
He's
is
got
that
some
supposed
urban
to mean?
step. He can bounce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, that is actually that is one of my greatest compliments. Is I was dancing at a wedding one time, and one of my friends, African American friends, turned to her and said, talking to me, and said, he's got some rhythm.
He's got some rhythm.
I said,
He's got some rhyme.
I'm in.
Yeah, you're officially
Good
one of
for-
them.
Wow, man.
Yeah, that was a big step
So
in
did you
my
get the
life.
pass after that?
No,
That's a lot of air in your tires.
yeah, that was on like, if we're calling it like a 12-step process, we're probably sitting at about like 3 or 4 there.
Okay. So what do you got to do now?
Probably learn how to cut hair better.
Yeah.
You know who Vic Blends is?
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Something
Yep.
like
Charleston right there. I was close. I was on the, if we were in a 12-step process, I'm probably on 3 or 4 on the Charleston step.
Yeah. You got it right. They're moving their legs.
Oh, whoa. What's going on there?
I don't know.
You know what it reminds me
okay,
of?
all right. I like
It
that
reminds
one.
me of the Scooby-Doo movie when they're in the disco place.
And they're
like,
doing the
"Bah,
electric
bah,
slide?
bah, bah, bah," and then Scooby's wig falls off, his afro.
Yeah.
You remember that or no?
Yeah.
And then they catch him. It's like, oh my God, you're a dog. And they didn't realize he had a dog face and dog hands and dog arms.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I love those movies. Are you talking about the live action one?
Yeah.
The second one you got to be talking about then.
I don't know.
The first one.
I don't know what it's called. I just know that it's one with the ghosts, the pterodactyl at the beginning.
Yeah, that's the second one.
Yeah. That one is my favorite.
Those movies kicked ass, man.
I used to have a Scooby-Doo pillow about yay big. It was red. Loved it. Slept with it every night. And then as you should, being an adult, you retire things like that.
Yeah. Good idea.
Yeah. Pillows, blankets.
All Scooby race car beds.
Yeah.
At
All
some
Garfield.
point-
I got rid of all my Garfield stuff.
Gotta go.
Yeah. But yeah, if you're like getting older,
Yeah. Probably.
I think do it more.
you think?
Yeah,
I think
embrace
go
it.
back.
Yeah.
Go
I think you should
backward.
You
hang
are
on.
who you are,
I
man.
think you should hang on to your stuff.
Yeah.
I'm still in my Lightning McQueen bed upstairs, my bed frame. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you give it to your kid.
Yeah. I'm like, I grew up in this.
Yeah,
I think
once
I'm
you
just gonna-
finally have a kid, then you can get rid of all your
Yeah.
old kid stuff.
been hanging on to this for 25 years, but here you go.
Yeah.
Earl or whatever I named my kid. All right. The economic boom in the stock market. You guys know what happened with the stock market in the 1920s?
Bad stuff.
Yeah.
Bad stuff happened.
Plummeted just a little bit. Economic prosperity. The surge in consumer demand fuels growth in industries like automotive and household appliances. I wonder what kind of cars they were rocking back then, 1920s.
Well, it was just after the Model T.
That's what I was going to say. After we did the whole Einstein Picasso thing, I have no correlation to when things happened anymore. Like my
You've
time
just
frames
lost.
are all of. You could have told me the Model T was in 1812, and I would have said it's
cool.
probably along with the war.
Like, those are sick. Look at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty.
Those are big
nice.
bodies right there. We like
Those are some gangster cars. If you were to think if a gangster was driving,
If
a
Al
car.
Capone
Yeah.
had a car, it'd be
yeah,
one of those.
PT Cruiser of then.
No, that's like
PT
the Rolls
Cruiser.
Royce of
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, PT Cruiser are fly, man.
Are they?
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Whatever you say, man.
Yeah,
Whatever
Yeah.
tickles your fancy.
I would have liked to be. Would you guys want to get a classic car
For
like
sure.
that?
Sure. Why not?
Because I think a lot of people are like, I'll get a 1970, Mustang, whatever it is.
You
I
want
would
you're
want-
talking about older.
Give me some old. Give me a 1920s, whatever that is.
I want one of the
You
first
want like a
gen.
48 Pontiac.
No, older.
48.
48. I don't ever want to own a Pontiac, first of all.
Dude, the old Pontiacs, like the early ones,
Unless
like
it's a
from
Grand
then.
Am. That's a car, isn't it?
Yeah.
Barely.
A little tiny like sliver you just rip around on the road. Yeah.
Barely. But yeah, I know what you're saying, man. They did things. They just don't do them like they used to anymore.
No. Nope. No racing
There's a
stripes.
Yeah, a little bit of class.
See, what year is that, Nathan?
That's the first Firebird.
That's tough.
I don't know what that means.
That is a
The
sweet
Firebird
car.
is
So
a
'cause, like-
model of Pontiac car.
Okay.
I'm guessing like
So
60s,
Pontiac got
70s.
shittier. They started
Yeah.
making weird shit.
They went way down.
It was like in
They got woke.
2000 when everyone's like, oh, we should make everything as aerodynamic as possible.
Yeah.
Or like we can't have any lines.
Yeah.
That's when it got ugly.
Just driving dildos. Yeah.
Barely,
Can you still buy a vehicle from the 1920s?
yeah. Oh, for
Or
sure.
do you think they're really hard to find?
They're probably really hard to find in good condition.
And when they are in good condition, then you better be loaded.
So do you
Yeah.
think if I wanted to get one in 10 years that I'd have to have a lot of money?
Yes.
Yes.
Just one that's drivable?
Yes.
Yeah.
How much is
And
a
you
lot?
you wouldn't even drive it.
Over
I-
100K? I would drive it.
I-
Fuck yeah. Where would I,
don't
put
know.
it?
And in your garage underneath the tarp, so it stays in
Nathan, can you
perfect
find
condition.
a price?
So there's like
Where no one can see it for its
first
whole
thing that
life?
could pop up is like a 1925 Ford pickup and a 1926 Ford Model T. The pickup is 15,000 right now, and like the 26 Model T is 21,000.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
gonna say you got
So you
photos
can
of
see
them.
like little photos of them.
Okay, well the Model T, those look shitty. I want the first ones you showed. Those look too old.
A first generation Firebird. Oh, man, you'd be paying so much money for that.
Dude, those are too old. That's like Wilkes Booth's truck, I think.
So you are talking about like a 48. That's what cars look like in the 1920s. So you're talking like a
here's
40s.
Here's a 1925. What the heck is it? It's a Nash Advanced 6 Roadster, and they
See, I
want,
want something like a Roadster. That sounds
they
like
want 17,000 for this right now.
I can't have 17,000. See, that I would want. That's cool.
Wow.
What year is that?
They want
25.
that's it. They want it for that.
I'd buy one of those.
Yeah, let's chip in all three of us.
Yeah, why not, dude?
And blue. I like blue. I like
As an
that
owner
color.
of a not that old car, every time you hop into it, it's just problems,
Is it?
and then rust, and then paint, and then more
The upkeep
rust.
is
That
where you
one looks
spend a
great.
lot of money.
What? How do things rust? They just get old.
Oxidization.
So too much air.
Too much water and salt,
Oxidate it.
and
I don't know how to
it
say
just
that
happens.
What if you don't put salt water
Oxidizing?
on them?
word. There you go.
What if you keep it away from the ocean?
Happens here about
Well,
as much as people in the ocean.
So
Not
do you
as
know
much,
where like
In the ocean.
wherever
The ocean communities.
Yeah.
Their cars are fucked.
Yeah.
wherever there's oxygen on Earth,
Yeah.
things will rust.
That sucks.
but- so we'll just put it in a chamber.
So that's why my van's got rust on it. It's just too much air.
Yeah, you got to stop putting so much air in it.
On it.
Yeah.
Get the air off of the outside of it.
Yeah, every time you get home, like when you should be wiping the air off your car to really try to maintain it.
That's a long drive. There's so much air on this thing.
I was told by a guy he had a 2006 Ford 6.0, and I mean he ran the thing 24/7, drove it every day, and it's so weird because like it was a decently clean pickup, rust free, and then like the day he stopped driving it, and like this goes with like a lot of cars too I've seen, is as soon as you stop driving them and like they don't get washed every once in a while or even like water kicked up on them or rocks or something, like it just starts rusting immediately.
Really? So that's why you don't want to keep it under a tarp in your garage. What if you put it in like
air-free tarp?
Because I'm thinking if I was rich enough, I would put it on a platform that's like above, it'd come out of the floor. And it'd be on a platform in a glass dome. And inside that dome, no air.
Yeah.
You'd vacuum chamber it.
Yeah.
Then it
kind of like you
couldn't
do it
rust.
for steak.
Like a dry age.
vacuum
I'd almost
seal?
I'd wrap it in saran wrap like they do expensive shoes.
Yeah.
You know, you seen those? If you go buy a
No.
nice pair of Jordans or something, they just shrink wrap them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Then you
So they don't
probably-
rust.
You'll have
What?
a problem with like all like the hoses and everything for the engine will probably rot out
That's
Why?
fine.
with no moisture.
So now I need to have a full-time
No.
mechanic on staff.
There's gonna be moisture in there. There's just no air.
I
If
wonder
you wipe it off, you're
if
good.
you vacuum chambered it though, like all your hoses would explode.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah, because there's no, all the pressure is out now from the hoses and all the stuff in them, and there's no pressure pushing back on them.
Who are you talking to right now?
Yeah, but you're not.
Who are you talking to right now?
You're not. You're not doing the hoses. You're just doing the car.
I deal with vacuums every single day.
But here's the thing.
Shop
And yeah,
vacs
in
or
a
what?
vacuum it would,
Your hoses would
Easton.
explode.
or it would,
Sharks.
Big vacuum guy.
or yeah, it would actually.
Because there'd be no
because
pressure on them.
like your coolant is inside of the system, and yeah, if you put a vacuum on the outside, it's going to suck all those out.
Yeah. I don't care, but I
Are
would
you
like
sure?
to know how you can make it
In a
not
deep
rust.
enough vacuum. You can put something in a light vacuum, but then also
What about a dark vacuum?
it'd be just.
Do you have any
It would happen
qualifications for what
faster.
you're talking about?
I'm EPA
What is a
certified.
vacuum?
Show me your
EPA?
vacuum license.
Like Environmental Protection Agency?
Yeah.
What are you saving? Are you asking for his credentials?
vacuum license right now. Yeah, pull out your vacuum
That's what we
license.
carry,
Yeah.
so we can. I am trained to use Freon,
That's way different than vacuums.
and
What
in
a-
order to put Freon into a system, you have to have a vacuum of at least 500 microns. Because in 500 microns, that's when all of your there's no moisture in the system.
If
You just
if
put
our
Freon in
audience
it.
hasn't clicked off by now, I don't think we can ever get them off of this episode. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
we'll put a pin in this conversation, but I'm going to leave it at we'll see.
I didn't realize that. Yeah, I thought rust was always a bad owner.
Yeah, because you don't wash it enough.
Or put the air, wipe it off.
Yeah, you know, wiping the air off your car when you park it.
Yeah, I haven't wiped my air off this week yet.
No, you should get on that before the week starts again, because it's usually
The week starts again before the next week comes up quick.
yeah, because the air is staring at your vehicle, going.
It's
This
sticking to
guy,
it.
this guy waits another 7 hours. We're on that thing.
It's like a leech, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Because once you don't wipe it off and another layer of air hits it, you can't get the original layer off.
Yeah,
It's kind of just there.
it compounds very fast.
Yeah, it's like when you paint the same wall over and over and over again.
Yep.
Good luck getting that first.
Yeah.
Good luck. All right, stock market. How did all that start from the stock market?
I don't know.
The surge in consumer demand fuels growth in industries like automotive and household appliances. Introduction of consumer credit expands purchasing power. So I wonder if that was the like credit cards started in 1920s.
No way.
What would the world be like with no credit cards?
Same.
Couldn't be the same.
It's just fake money.
I think the U.S. is like $17 million or $17 trillion in credit card debt or something like that. The total,
Cancel their card.
We're in a lot of debt.
I don't know who to though.
Everybody
Exactly.
else.
Why?
I want to go off on a tangent here. I was thinking yesterday. Tell me what the number.
33 trillion.
33 trillion credit card debt. That's awesome.
Or not credit card debt.
Just
Are you
total.
talking about like in total debt?
I'm talking credit card debt.
Like the U.S. people.
Like credit cards, U.S. people, yes. If you took all the credit card debt from all the U.S. people, what that total number is.
Credit card debt of United States population.
Yeah. But I was thinking about this the other day because I was listening to something. They said that eventually the sun's going to explode, right? And it's going to suck up the earth. Everything's going to be gone. imagine you're alive and that happens. What's after that?
There.
Nothing.
Well,
Well, I mean, we'll find out, but
No, we won't. We'll be gone.
yeah.
but what if
every
there's something after?
every living being on Earth, by the time the sun gets that big, will have been dead way before that.
You think we'll die before the sun blows up?
Well, yeah,
100%.
because the sun is going to get so big, it's going to expand that like it's just going to get way too hot. So before it actually reaches the Earth, like people and living things will die.
Oh, it'll burn us. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good answer.
We're gonna
Thank you.
1 trillion.
Burned to
1
death.
trillion. Okay.
No, that's not too bad.
Yeah, we're fine. We got 13 more years of this. We're fine. Spend away, people. All right, cool. Thanks, Broden. Because I was kind of wondering that yesterday. Because I'm thinking, like, if there are no people, what is anything? You know?
If nobody's around to observe
Exactly.
it, well, it's like when the tree falls in the forest and nobody's around.
Doesn't make a noise.
Yeah.
It sounds like you've put yourself on a bit of an existential crisis.
Huge one. It was a long drive.
Yeah.
I was
And-
driving back and I was like, this sucks.
You're getting like really
like it.
philosophical with yourself.
Because it's like, what happens, you know?
Exactly.
You don't know.
That's for you to decide.
It's like
do peoples like, appear again at some point?
Maybe.
Maybe
know.
we went to Mars by then.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Elon saved us all.
But even if it's eating the Earth, why wouldn't it eat Mars?
It could.
Maybe.
Depends how big it gets.
If the sun blows up. Because eventually it'll blow up. It's a star.
It'll blow up after it swallows the Earth.
Yeah, but then after it blows up, what's anything?
We got to get out of the solar system, man.
That's our
Find new
our
star.
long-term goal is get out of here.
In like 6 billion years, man.
I think it's like 4 actually. But dude, think about 4 billion years. Like, why are we trying to go to Mars now?
Precautionary.
Just to see if we can.
Yeah, I guess.
We're trying to push the boundaries of
See what we can do. I hear you.
We still got 2 to 3 billion years left.
Before the
Before-
sun blows
Yeah,
up.
So we got some
Before the
time,
Vikings win a championship.
probably.
man.
All right, so let's talk about the stock market. Stock market crash 1929 becomes a popular investment. That's why it crashed. Everyone was just like, let's do it. And then it crashed. Black Tuesday. You know what that is?
The day
The day the market crashed. The day
Black Tuesday's
the
aftermath.
music died.
Do you know what day that is?
The day the music died?
Yeah.
It's when Buddy Holly and them crashed in the plane.
Yeah. Do you know what the actual day is?
April something?
I want to say it's January 4th or
I
February.
think it's winterish time, maybe.
I bet it's February 3rd. That's my final guess.
What's the day of the music? It's Buddy Holly and
Lionel
not
Richie,
James Dean.
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
When and who?
What's your final guess? I'm going February 3rd.
I'm saying April 8th.
I'm gonna say February 6th.
Okay.
On the dot, Easton.
February 3rd?
Nice, dude.
1959.
Yeah. I didn't know the year, but
Nice, man. Cool.
yeah, that was actually, I don't know how I got that.
Good for you, dude.
Yeah, I thought it was January or
You
February.
had a 1 in 365 chance. So
Yeah, I did.
like those odds.
Yeah, that was a good song. Good little tune. Black Tuesday's aftermath contributes to the onset of the Great Depression. So the Great Depression was 1930s.
Yeah, that's when people were getting,
Things
You
are
know.
not good.
Yeah. Stabbed?
they were getting just shivved.
Oh, really? They're just stabbing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
People
didn't
were
hear
just
about that?
stabbing.
People, yeah, everyone was depressed. They're like, we're gonna start stabbing people.
Stab decades.
Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah, I was unaware.
That's when like knife making started getting like really popular. Like
Oh, blacksmiths came in the 1930s.
Yeah, Black Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess I didn't realize it came from that. Yeah. Makes a lot more sense now that you think about it, you know? Sometimes you just don't think about things. So it's like the only reason I don't know that is because I haven't thought about it yet.
Yeah. But you think about, at one point did we start really getting good at making knives? Well, we were stabbing people.
Yeah. We had to do.
You had
We
to
were
stab
depressed.
better.
Yeah. We were depressed.
We were depressed.
We
yeah.
had to figure it out because if we can't make knives, we can't stab people, and it's a never ending circle.
Yeah. You know what they say?
No knives, no stabbing, sad. No knives, no stabbing, sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. People that are getting stabbed, also sad.
Can't be enjoyable.
Stabbers, happy, so it evens out. Right?
Yeah.
Net.
But the overall the average of happiness is staying the same. You got a bunch of
Yeah,
people that are
mediocrity.
way happy.
Mediocrity is the key to happiness. Is that what you're trying to get to, bro?
No, I was stabbing Stabbing is the key.
I still like stabbing.
Yeah.
No, I think stabbing is what makes people happy. Yeah. Okay. Did you see that guy that the guy that killed George Floyd got stabbed 20 times in prison?
Yep.
No.
Yeah. By a blacksmith.
So yeah, see that guy is happy.
Smith.
That guy is happy. He stabbed him 20 times.
Yeah.
He didn't just get him once or twice.
That's he did enough for probably the most of us.
All right,
in
guys.
our lifetime.
I have a question because you got something, Nathan, before I go into this?
I mean, like I did research the peak of happiness,
Yeah.
and it was the 1920s.
Really?
Yep, that's
Most
what it says.
stabs
I was
per
gonna say-
capita.
Well, no, not the most stabs.
Most pre-stabs. They were thinking about stabbing. God,
Happiness is
next
like-
year we're gonna go nuts.
I can't wait until the 30s.
The government gave us the reins to stab away. Yeah, I believe it. 1920s, post-war,
Post-war.
World War champions.
We were making babies again.
Yep,
People were coming home.
endlessly.
They were
Yeah.
illegally selling booze.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so here's my question, and Shana's gonna hate this, but here's the scenario. It's on my Instagram story. I think I know how you voted, but let's say the conversation came about because she said, she said, I wish you knew how to hunt. And I said, oh yeah, why? She's like, oh, I just, I can't pick up the deer. So I'm like, it sounds like you just want me to be able to pick up the deer. You don't want me to actually hunt. She's like, yeah, kind of. That's more so it. So then I said, what would you do if you were there by yourself and you hit the deer maybe in the ass, you don't kill it, and then you only had one arrow, and now you have to kill the deer? And she's like, well, I'd take the arrow out and then I'd stab it again. I'm like, well, you can't, because the arrow went so far into the deer's ass that it's sticking out the other side, and then the force tipped it over, and when it fell, the arrow got stuck in the ground and you can't get it out. So now it's pinned to the ground, and all you have is your bow to hit it over the head. And I was like, do you think you could kill the deer with the bow? She's like, no way. Couldn't kill the deer with the bow. Like, just like by beating it. So then I'm like, oh my God, this is incredibly, like, how do you not think you can do that? So I put it on my Instagram story.
Yeah.
And then she's like, well, you could kill anything by hitting it over the head a bunch of times. If you keep hitting it over and over and over, eventually you're going to kill it, right?
Yeah.
So then we limited it to 20. You get 20 hits. You have a Trojan longbow, because she's like, oh, we go bow hunting. And I'm like, yeah, but you'd have to use like a Trojan longbow like they used to. Do you think you could kill the deer by hitting it in the head in less than 20 hits?
Yes.
With a Trojan longbow?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
See, that's what I said too.
Do you know who Mark McGuire is?
Yep.
He wouldn't have shit on me if I had that longbow in my hand.
So you'd be the Mark McGuire of deer bashing.
Mark McGuire has had the single season home run record until Barry Bonds came along.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
So we'd like to know your guys' thoughts on that, because the Instagram poll.
I think I'd just go for the choke out, but yeah,
That's not the poll though.
the poll, yeah, 100%. I will kill a deer in less than 20 bashes to the head.
But here's the thing.
I could do it.
Her
in
whole
le-
family said no way.
Really?
Yeah.
And I think if you cracked it right between the eyes enough times, Yeah.
19.
yeah.
Imagine, yeah,
And then, but her argument was, what if the bow breaks?
Well, okay.
even better.
No, well,
I feel like it
let's-
would help,
Let's,
you know?
let's do for the sake of it doesn't, because we're going for a number value here. But the Trojan longbow, back in the day, so do you know what the draw weight is? So
Yes.
like when you
Like
pull
a
back,
10-pound bow is
that's
ridiculous.
how much. No, it's not. 10-pound bow is so simple.
Or maybe
That's-
not 10. I saw some guy drawing back a bow and he couldn't even
Like-
pull it back. Like he's been training to
That
pull
was
back.
probably
80
at like 90 pounds.
I was going to say
I bet it was
80 to
100
90
pound.
is
So
like
10.
So on my bow, I think it's set to like 70 something.
Yeah.
And that's pretty average.
Yeah.
It's not too much, it's not too little. You're in the sweet spot.
And what were the Trojan bows?
Trojan bows were those, so they were wood, they were recurve, so that's different than like
And Shayna's argument was that they're flimsy.
not the Trojan bows. No,
Yeah.
these were made to draw arrows back, and so the draw weight of the bow was like over 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Nathan, fact check this real quick. I know I'm right, but pull it up anyway.
What does the draw weight of the bow have to do with hitting it against?
So if
The sturdiness of bending it.
Yeah, if you had a
Okay, yeah.
10-pound bow, it's probably
Sturdiness.
a twig. But
Which-
if a Trojan bow that can withstand being pulled back and shot with an over 100-pound draw weight,
It
it's
can
probably like a
withstand
small
beating
tree.
I think
This
it's
is
no
a-
doubt that it can be like, it's not the strength of the bow. I think like I'm trying to find the weight of the bow, because
of the actual wooden part.
I have seen some deer do some really fucking stupid shit, and you guys too.
But it's pinned to the ground.
And they're still fine.
With the arrow.
Yeah, it's on the ground, yep. But it's still, its head is just as hard as when you're hitting it with a car at 70 miles an hour and it just walks off. Like, no. Like
so my argument was, I think I could do it if the deer was not wounded and I had him handcuffed to my bed.
What?
Like, I don't even think I need to wound him. I still think I could hit the deer 20 times in the head, even if he was just pinned there. He was fine, but we pinned him.
I think I could.
If Broden had him pinned,
I
like
could
a
probably
wrestling pin,
do it with a wooden spoon in less than 20.
No.
I mean,
No.
okay, obviously, but imagine you have a bow.
a fork
and-
maybe. Wooden
20,
fork.
20 hits to your head.
20 of your hardest hits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like you're trying to kill this thing.
yeah.
And
That was my
20
argument.
of them.
But and then it's overwhelming you. Like a lot of the poll on Instagram was a lot of the dudes were saying, of course. The chicks, definitely not.
Which is, yeah.
Chicks aren't swinging that thing very hard, though. I'm swinging that thing.
Oh, trust me.
That's what I said. Mark McGuire wouldn't have shit on me.
Yeah.
Even like during the roids.
During the roids. Yeah. So
So
put
we
in your vote. Leave a comment.
Yeah, so we want your vote. Also, we didn't get any comments for the board.
More
No questions for the board.
please.
I know you guys are timid to give us your
That's
advice.
fine. Yeah.
You can remain anonymous.
Yeah, we will do anonymous.
But anything you got going on in your life, ask the board. They can for sure
Give you
the
good
answer.
advice.
All right, let's talk about prohibition. We'll give you advice. Let's leave it at that.
We will give you advice.
Yeah. Take the advice with a grain of salt. Prohibition. Prohibition was always one of my favorite things to talk about. I would just love the idea of it not being legal.
Bootlegging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So prohibition was the 18th Amendment that outlaws alcohol. My buddy actually started a game, and the game is that you can, what is it? Somebody you can throw. Oh, yes. So you can throw anything at your friend, and if they don't catch it, they lose a point, or you gain a point, or whatever it is. And they've been creating rules like amendments. So I was curious, like what their prohibition was going to be. You know, what's the rule that they implement, and then they have to take off later. But I do think we should implement that game. We can toss anything at each other.
And then if you drop it, you lose a point.
You have to catch it. Yeah. It's pretty much catch this shit. We can call it.
And then what are the repercussions? Nah, you lost me on that part. They have amendments? They have rules?
You add rules to the game. Like one rule they added was you can't throw something at someone when they're holding a cup of liquid.
Fair.
Yeah. And I'm like, that could be something that you amend. That could be your prohibition. That's what I told him. Because how fun would it be if Broden's holding
His
Classic
gallon
cup of-
jug of
Yeah.
sweet tea out there.
yeah, and we just
Throw a chair at him.
toss him.
That'd be one of the
Throw a car
amendments.
door at him.
Yeah.
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 The thing you throw has to be less than 10 pounds.
Yeah, so I do like that game, but I was wondering what his prohibition would be because for those of you that don't know, prohibition was, what is it called? Repealed. It was amended.
It was added and then taken off.
Yeah. It wasn't taken off because it's still on there, but it's just like, what is it, 26th, 23rd?
You just said it was the 18th Amendment.
That's what outlawed alcohol.
Yeah.
So that's what said no alcohol. And
And
then
then
the 20-something said, okay, 18th
The
doesn't count
18th
anymore.
is buns.
Yeah.
Puns.
But yeah, I kind of like that idea. So the 18th Amendment outlaws alcohol, sparking the rise of bootlegging and speakeasies. You guys ever been to a speakeasy?
No, I really
wish.
want to.
I would love to.
Yeah. I've been to one. Went to one in Vegas actually last month, I guess. Yeah, it's December now.
And was it like I envision it? Was it just a random door and then you just
It is an exit door with a donkey on it called Ghost Donkey. It's like, it's not really a speakeasy because a lot of people know about it.
yeah.
Like it opened at 4:00 and we didn't know it opened at 4:00, but there was a line of like 4 people outside before it opened. So it gets known that it's there.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have any signage. It's literally like an exit door with the big things you push, those doors that go in.
Yeah.
And then there's just a donkey on the door, just a blue door. So it's kind of cool. Went in there, is small. It was like the size of probably 2 of these rooms we're in.
Dang.
Yeah. It only seated like 20 people, I think. And it's pretty cool. Tequila bar though. It kind of sucked. I'm not a big tequila fan.
You got to go in there and drink like a whiskey on the rocks and smoke a cigarette out of one of those long sticks.
Yep. Out of the logs. Yeah. You got like an extendo. You got a plug on it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to one speakeasy in Minot, I guess.
There's one here.
It's called Saul's. I don't know if it's still open or not.
No way.
You know where it's downtown. Do you know where the what was it called? The last thing it was called was Dad Bar or Dad's. It's in the basement of one of the buildings, and it's literally adjacent, like right next to it. You have to go down those white steps, and then there's just a door there. And you have to know the passcode for the month to get in.
Is that? I think I know where you're talking about. Is that next to the jewelry shop?
I don't know the road. It's I don't know. I'll tell you after the show.
We
I
should
can do some
go.
research. I don't know if it's open anymore.
Dressed up. Well, it's
And it was fancy. You go in there and like they serve cocktails. They'll make you those old fashioned cocktails. And the bartender's wearing a suit.
Yeah, let's go in there and we're gonna be wearing like trench coats and some slacks. We're gonna call everybody Toots.
Take another one, Toots. Yeah, the old trench coat mafia. But yeah, speakeasies is cool. This leads me into my next. I think let's do the scene for this week.
Ooh, all right.
It's gonna be a speakeasy. I think it's what do I want to do? So I'm gonna do. Let's do. Liam's the bartender.
Mm-mm.
He's wearing a suit. He's behind the bar at the speakeasy.
Mm-hmm.
And Broden.
I'm wearing a bow tie and suspenders with a white shirt.
Yep. And your mustache is like a Raleigh finger.
There's
stash.
enough pomade in your hair to grease up.
Pomade.
Yeah.
Broden is the person sitting at the bar by himself, and you guys are.
I'm an off-duty detective.
Yes, there you go, off-duty detective, and you guys are. You're talking about how the stock market just crashed. It's Black Wednesday. It's Gray Wednesday, and you're freaking out. You want to go on a stabbing spree, and then you have to talk him out of it as the barman.
All right.
And restaurant or speakeasy chatter, slow push in, shaking the glass, and go.
Hey, why don't you let me get a dry martini on the rocks?
Shake and stirred.
Always shaking, never stirred.
Yeah, coming right up, boss.
Yeah, my wife left me after I've been trying to crack this case for the last 32 years. I gave up on her. She gave back up on me. Now the stock market crash. I gotta stab someone.
Yeah, what'd you say? I was shaking this really close to my ear.
You know, why don't you put that down and follow me out back here? Let me talk to you.
I'm on the clock right now, boss. I can't be getting out of here.
When's your shift end?
About 0900.
Did you serve in the war?
Nope.
Get to the stabbing. Bro's gonna stab somebody. You gotta talk him out of it.
Yeah. I got these two kids that are real annoying. And I only get them every other weekend. And I'm thinking it's about time.
About time for what?
I got to get the stabbing out of my system. And those kids cost money and the stock market just crashed. And I can't solve this damn case. Your martini shake's too loud. I just don't know if I could do it no more.
Let me tell you something there. Trying to read your badge here. Buster Calzone.
Buster goes.
I don't think getting to stabbing nobody is going to be solving your issues.
Well, there ain't
But you
nothing
do owe me
left to do.
$14.95 for this martini.
$14.95.
Found the new person he's gonna stab.
I don't make that in 6 months.
And scene. And Broden goes on his stabbing spree. Yeah, Broden goes on his stabbing spree. All right, that was good. That was making me tear up a little bit. So the temperance movement. Temperance movement and anti-saloon leagues influenced prohibition. I think the temperance movement was when they were shutting down all the bars, right? Or no?
Something like that. Getting rid of booze in the counties.
Yeah. And then Al Capone was rolling through
Moonshine, dude. Yeah, I wonder if that's actually true.
It is.
And if there's actually tunnels under Ike Keating's that go underneath downtown and stuff.
There is.
We
There
should
are.
try. Like,
Downtown. Ike Keating? Downtown?
it's across
I guess
from
it's
downtown.
Next to the bridge. Yeah.
Close, yeah. There's I've talked to someone. Who was I just talking to that's been in one? Last week we were talking about this. I don't know how it got brought up, but they're talking about the tunnels because I always wanted to do a documentary on the prohibition, like the tunnels under Minot. I don't know what to call it, but I was talking to this historian probably 4 or 5 months ago from Minot that knew all this stuff, and then he just stopped answering me. So I was trying to like
he's dead.
Yeah,
He got
whacked, got stabbed.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think his name was Cameron. But yeah, I really wanted to do a documentary on it, like just a short 30-minute documentary on like the Prohibition era in Minot, and I don't know any information about it.
Yeah, I remember there's like a lot of crime.
Oh yeah,
because they called Minot what?
Little Chicago.
There you go. Yeah.
It was Buster Calzone and the Hood Rats.
And the Hood Rats and the
And
Trench
the-
Coat Mafia.
Yeah.
The Black Hood Gang.
Yeah, I think Dylan has a
Membership card?
to the tunnels. Yeah. No, he in his shop he has a
I went
to
to
the
Dylan's
tunnel.
shop the other day.
Did?
The white one over by the Barley Pop?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was filming an interview with Jared Lundeen.
in there.
Well, they have an office space right next to it.
Oh,
yeah.
Trusted Tire, Jared Lundeen.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a good little building, but I saw his selfless car in there, so I was like, oh, this is where this is at. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
So what did this?
Jackson? Is that kid's name?
Yep. Their jet management is there, like, manages all their businesses and everything, and their office is like right over there.
So what were you told about the tunnels?
They're there. They got a big metal vault, like a door to get into them, which I find hard to believe. Like there's just a big metal door you open.
I want to try.
I want to find them. If you guys have a lead on how to get one of these,
If it all comes down to it, we'll grab pickaxes and we'll try.
yeah, like we're escaping. Speakeasies' impact on society became cultural. They became cultural hotspots and often included jazz music. Organized crime, led by figures like Al Capone, thrives due to illegal alcohol trade. That was a good time, the old Prohibition era. And then they're finally, that's the one time when like, fuck it. We can do it. Let's drink it.
Let's do
You
it.
know?
All right.
It's like they got to the point they're like, whatever.
Who's stopping us?
Yeah, it's a dumb rule. I wonder why they repealed it. There's probably just so much crime going on around it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't get rid of it.
We won.
And who's to say
We won.
a man can't get home from work and have a beer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Government tried.
Mm-hmm. Not stopping us.
Yeah.
These people say it's all right to ruin our livers.
Government people were like, yeah, I tried that whole get home from work, have a beer thing. And
It's actually really cool.
This
made
is
a mistake.
great. Yeah. Hey, this is nice.
yeah.
Here's what happened. There was so much demand for it. And then the government said, all right, we'll let you do it. And we'll tax you.
Yeah. And we'll take 7%.
Yep. And you can't serve it without a license. And
You got to pay a lot of money to get this license.
It is fascinating that local cities and municipalities, there's only so many like liquor license.
is there, you can only have so many or what?
Yeah. There's one for sale right now. I saw it on Facebook Marketplace for $400K.
What?
Yeah.
That's
Just a license. So let's just say it's 20. They only give you 20 liquor license in the whole city. So if you were to go open a new bar tomorrow, you could not, because you don't, well, I mean, you could, but you'd have to find a liquor license.
wow.
Buy it from a different bar, or you'd have to somehow do some workarounds. Like there's some workarounds where, you know, if you have a restaurant, let's say you have 3 restaurants
Yeah.
and your parent company owns a liquor license, you can do it on all 3 restaurants.
Okay.
So it's like, you know, Jim Jobs' restaurant, he has a liquor license, but his 3 restaurants under don't own one.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have a workaround there. But yeah, when a bar gets sold or something, like if they were to sell, I think the Icebox was one of them when it's now Knockback over there, 3rd Street, they were selling their liquor licenses like $400 or $500K.
God.
Yeah. And especially like if you're going to serve alcohol at a wedding, someone has to have a liquor license there. So either the venue or you have to bring in somebody to get a liquor license. Very interesting stuff,
There's a lot going on. I had no idea.
which I didn't know because then you can't have 1,500 bars.
Yeah, I thought you could just get a liquor license.
Yeah. Nope. Government limits how many. I wonder if that's just North Dakota. Like, obviously, there's going to be a way different amount for Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Do they have a liquor license limit?
I don't think they have a limit on anything.
You can do almost anything you want in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
You can shoot a guy cold blooded.
I watched it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were there.
Yeah. Just a few streets over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we went to Sneaky Pete's.
Yep. That was fun.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, a little sketchy. Listening to some guy get shot and then seeing the perps literally run down the road like
To the same bar?
no, like
And they ran into Buster Calzone.
yeah, and he said, "Gotcha."
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sketchy.
All right, The Great Gatsby.
Yeah,
You guys
heard
ever
of him.
seen that
I
movie?
love that movie.
Yeah,
It's good. That's good rendition of the 1920s, the Roaring 20s. Anything that Leo's in is really good, man.
yeah.
Really captures the essence of the 1920s with themes of decadence and the American dream. Gatsby's parties symbolize the era's excesses and societal critiques. Excesses. Like too much of stuff?
Yeah, it was all about pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pleasure from the booze and physical pleasure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pleasure from the flappers.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Mm.
All right, some lesser known facts. Flagpole sitting craze. That was a big thing. Do you know what flagpole sitting is?
It's the
Climbing to
song
the
by
top of the
Harvey Danger.
flagpole and
Sliding down it.
I was trying to sit up there.
Did you say Harvey Danger?
Yeah.
Is that a song?
Flagpole Sitta by Harvey Danger.
Yeah.
It's a good song.
I didn't know that. This was a popular stunt where individuals competed to sit on flagpoles for extended periods. Pretty
What?
simple. Sit on
Why?
flagpoles.
Why?
We had nothing else going on, dude. No war.
No chairs.
They weren't
Yeah.
stabbing yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was pre-stab.
Yeah.
They were stabbing to get in line to the flagpole sitting competition, and then they found out the stabbing's kind of more fun.
We could start doing this.
Yeah. All right. Dance marathons. Endurance.
Marathons.
There were endurance contests where couples dance for hours long, reflecting the decade's love for a spectacle. It's crazy. They're just like, we're going to dance longer than you.
People, I mean, we still do that. I danced for a few hours on Friday.
Were you competing?
In
Maybe.
his heart, he
Maybe
was.
subliminally. Maybe.
In your head, you're like, I'm not getting off till he gets off.
Yeah. That guy over there
Yeah.
thinks he's dancing harder than I am.
I always hated dancing at weddings when I was younger.
Oh, it's the best.
Now that you introduced a little bit of,
Little bit of-
confidence juice,
Yep.
man, can I get groovy?
Yep.
You start doing dance moves you didn't know you had in your bag.
You are, yeah, when you get a couple beers in you, you turn into the most exotic dancer.
Yeah.
You pull out
You are butt naked, dude.
you pull out
insane.
some moves that like
Drunk me or sober me's looking at drunk me and's like, I didn't know your game was like that, man. I didn't know you had that in
Exactly,
your
yeah.
bag, you know?
Respect.
I wasn't familiar with your game. Sorry.
I couldn't find how many liquor licenses they hand out in Minot or Minnesota.
Okay.
Hmm.
I wonder if it's population based.
Maybe.
I'm sure they vote on it. We vote on everything.
I'm sure
We do.
the mayor could just be like, let's give out 10 more this year.
Yeah. I'm
10.
10 this
Well,
year.
Yeah.
We're not drunk enough. 10
we need
more.
10 more licenses.
Spirit phone. Oh, no, actually, I skipped one. Bizarre inventions. The introduction of odd inventions like the radio hat. You know what that is?
Headphones?
A portable radio in a hat.
Sweet.
Genius.
It is kind of is. Just walk around
Precursor
with
to
a
the
little-
Walkman.
Yeah.
Is it? Maybe, I guess. Walkman's like a
That was-
first age iPod.
Yeah. They would have had to invent cassettes first. So I'm sure there was some.
8-track?
I'm sure there was some more advances to the radio hat first.
Yeah, I never had a
Maybe they-
Walkman or
I wonder if they invented headphones before they invented the Walkman. Headphones
Had to
that would pick up the radio signal. That makes complete sense.
had to have.
Yeah.
Because it's like the chicken and the egg. You can't have the Walkman before the headphones. How are you going to listen to what's on the Walkman?
Exactly. You know, this would be a great job for our producer, but
Yeah, he's seeing a man about a horse.
yeah, you should give that guy a pay cut.
Yeah. You're fired, you're fired, you're fired. He's not in here to hear it. Oh, there he is.
Did you hear any of that?
Oh, good.
Good.
You're employed.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Spirit phone. The spirit phone was designed for communicating with the dead, showing the era's fascination with the supernatural. We're still trying to do that.
Yeah. They got an 18-season show about it, and they've
Yeah.
never...
Imagine watching the show, though. One day, something's going to be like, I watched the show and I watched it happen, you know?
Dude, did you see that clip from that show where they go into this haunted place and there's this like bottle of whiskey there in a glass, and he's like, the spirits are telling me to pour a drink and drink it.
Yeah.
And he just starts drinking out of this whiskey.
He's like, I just have this urge to drink.
Yeah.
I have this urge to drink. And I'm like,
I'm thirsty too.
yeah, how does that work? You walk in, you're like, I need whiskey right now.
God.
Maybe. Ghost, man. Crossword puzzles. Crossword puzzles became a craze after appearing in newspapers, leading to the crossword puzzle mania.
What?
I like crosswords. I didn't know they blew up in the 20s.
Yeah. Does Broden like crosswords too?
Yeah, I do them every day.
Actually?
3 a day.
3 a day?
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to play a game of Sudoku and a game of chess every day.
And chess.
Yeah.
I like a good game of chess.
Yeah. It's fun. I like it.
Stressful.
Sven has it out for me right now. Pretty
Sven?
bad. Yeah, Sven.
Like the guy
The bot.
He's the I'm in the intermediate level right now, and because I only go to the next spot unless I 3-star the last spot. Like no hints, no takebacks, nothing. Sven,
better than you?
for now.
For now. Stress. Chess is so stressful.
No, it's not.
I just feel like thinking ahead. Like I'm not thinking ahead far enough, you know?
Well, think ahead farther.
Thank you. Beauty pageants. First Miss America pageant was held in 1921, marking the start of a new American tradition.
They've been doing that shit for 100 years.
Yep, 102.
God, man.
You're not a fan? Pageants?
No.
Maybe like, yeah, no, I'm not actually.
Why not?
I just think they're kind of dumb.
Yeah. Don't like
Like,
looking at
yeah, like,
women.
look at me. That kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's your day.
Don't
but
forget about me today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't forget it. That kind of thing.
I don't know.
I don't know if I ever, the beauty part, whatever. I always like to know like the talents.
Yeah.
What talents are these average people going to bring?
Like I will give it shout out Cindy Cast because she ran that for a while. Because
what was her talent? You know?
I think she played the piano and sang.
Oh,
I think.
yeah.
I'd hate to get that wrong.
I remember she used to sing like the national anthems at high school sporting
Yeah.
events.
Yeah.
She could sing all right. She had,
Yeah, she's really good.
yeah.
So that aspect I get. Like just like based off beauty alone is like I don't care.
Yeah. I tried to learn the piano. Self-taught.
Yeah.
Learned Crazy Frog.
God. That's
course you
that's as
did.
far as you got.
Yeah, that's about as far as I got. But yeah, after I realized my thumb and pinky had to be so far apart, couldn't do it. Couldn't hit the keys, you know?
It's something I wish I would have taken up as a kid.
Yeah.
Cool talent to have in the back pocket.
It is. One time when I was in Canada, after we won the championship, our goalie, we were at one of our players' parents' house to party, and there's a piano there, grand piano. None of us knew he played piano, and he's hammered. He just opens it up and just starts ripping. And we're like, what is going on?
What?
Yeah. Our coach walks down, and he's like, what's going on here? Like, apparently Tease knows the piano.
Tease.
Yeah, he just starts ripping the piano. Just like full-blown like arms too, like, I was like, this is insane.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was a good time.
I miss it. I played for like 5 or 6 years.
Do you think you could pick it up pretty easy?
It's like riding a bike.
It'd
all come back to you.
It's in there somewhere, but it'd be a learning curve for sure.
I always used to like to do the Jaws. You go black key, white key, black key, and just in a V pattern. Dun, 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 and I just do it over and over and over at my grandma's house. Like something was coming down the hallway.
Your grandma.
Yeah.
Get off that damn thing.
Yeah. Every time my grandma got off the couch, I'd just be like, oh, bum, 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 bum. Yeah, piano, that'd be nice to play. All right. Mojang craze. Mahjong.
Really?
Mahjong. The game of Mahjong became wildly popular in the US, reflecting a fascination with Chinese culture.
That's like dominoes, isn't it?
Something like that.
Producer, how would you pull up a Mojang game?
Mojang. Mojangles.
Do you got more for us?
No, that's all I got for it.
Right on.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's all I got for the episode, but then we threw the producer on another assignment.
Just to
another tour.
Slap the
Mojang what?
Mahjong. Gang.
It's MAH.
Mahjong. Mahjong.
Mahjong.
Mahjong.
Mahjong.
Looks complicated.
I wouldn't know because you have the laptop.
I'm
Richard.
working on it. Okay, I'm trying to bring
Flipping
up a
her.
big enough picture for y'all.
Yeah. Chinese game. It's kind of like dominoes.
Chinese finger trap.
I always liked the Chinese finger trap. As a kid, I was baffled at how it worked.
Yeah, me too.
Are you still
Now I know.
baffled at how it works?
It's kind of just looking at your fingers like I was, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm thinking I think I would know how to get it off, but
Yeah.
gosh, yeah,
I've
it
seen
before.
that game.
Yep.
Yeah, that game looks like shit.
I would not play that.
That's a Chinese dominoes, basically what it is.
Yeah, none for
Kinda.
So I wonder if dominoes are made after that. We're like, let's do an American one.
Let's dumb this down.
Just
a
do
little
put
bit.
some
let's
dots
just
on
put
it.
some- yeah.
These
number
people
on-
are really smart, and
Yeah.
our population is drunk. So
Yeah. But that's all right. That is episode 71, the Roaring Twenties. That was a decent episode, whatever. Over it.
Right on. Cool.
See you guys next week for episode
72.
72. Peace out.